So how about circularity? What does circularity means for a sustainable fashion industry, in your view?
Yeah. I think that there are also some. Regarding the circular fashion, is a broader concept than the sustainable fashion, because it includes and combine some principle of the sustainability and also the circularity. So I think this is also a very interesting data, that the fashion industry and the plastic packing together, more than 80% of all the materials used in their production and services, these are going to the landfill, or they are going to the incinerators. It means that 80%. So it is incredible. So when I think that we have to find out how can we prolong, or how can we make longer and keep the products in life, or it is a very important thing, because nowadays when we think about fast fashion, the people buy something and they throw out or throw away after some months, and they do not want to wear for a longer time. So what happened with these things? Either a lot of waste, we produce a lot of waste as a customers, as a brand, and then this make waste. This is the system of our economy, which is generally known. But if we think about circularity, how can we keep the products in a longer life, to upcycling, with reuse and so on? This is the future. And when we make fiber from PET bottles and so on, or from the ocean waste found in the ocean and so on, this is also a good concept. Circularity means that the products are designed and designed and also produced in a very eco-friendly way, without harm the earth, without harm the surrounding, and so on. So circularity is a bit more than the sustainability alone. I think so. Yeah. In my concept, it is much more, and I'd rather discuss about circular fashion than only about sustainable fashion, because they have to be anyhow combined, the concept. Yes.
Yeah. And so in this case, I'm going to maybe just like extend a little bit more about your view, you know, while we're talking about circularity. So you mentioned that circularity is bigger than just sustainable fashion, but you know, through your work right now with fashion revolution right now, do you also embed some circularity in the topic in the fashion revolutions? Like, you know, when it comes down to you know, being ethical and being sustainable, obviously there's a I guess a misconception thinking, oh, this is only you know, for wealthy consumers, but I guess it might not be. It can just be something that, you know, everyday people can wear. But I think from your point of view, is circularity is something that fashion revolution as a like a movement that is something that they are pushing as well in the topic that they are organizing?
Yes, yes, I think that circularity is in the concept of the fashion revolution as well, because when we teach the people to upcycle, reuse, and to buy something which has value, and not very cheap products, which has also value of what the designers made with special care and so on. We teach also the people how they care the clothing, for example, how they wash it, and how can remain clothing in a good condition, for example. So I think that it is in the concept of the fashion revolution, and when we know the fact that the more than 70% of the clothing is made from different synthetic fibers, for example, and when which take about 200 years of the decompose, I think. Yeah. So then when we explain the people that it is not a good way, that okay, it is the care of such things is easier maybe, but for the health is not good, because of the skin it is not good. So you can approach from other aspect, how can you explain why the synthetic is not good for you, and then we try to reduce also the synthetics fabrics in the clothing, and we try to influence the people to buy much more natural fibers, also sustainable alternatives, because there are also some materials we are well known, but we can find an alternatives. So I think that also the pollution of water, this is a very important issue. Also the waste question is a big issue in the fashion revolution, and all of them are anyhow in combination of the circularity, you know. So I think fashion revolution is dealing with the circular solutions.
Yeah,
I think, yes.
And in COVID, what do you see I guess the changes it brings to our industry? How has COVID affect, or maybe even benefit? Does it even benefit the industry, do you think?
This change, the circular, yes, I think that the point of view of profit and so on, I think that the circular economy has an advantage. So if you think it, and if you see the tendency in the fashion, that the people are much more interested in the most products which do not harm the earth, for example, and so on. So then I think maybe the people do not buy such kind of things which is not ecologically good ones, and then the profit of the company will be reduced by the fact that they cannot sell more from such kind of products. So that also in their own planning and marketing, they can involve also the concept of the circularity and the sustainability, because otherwise I think that their future
Yeah.
is uncertain, because
Yeah.
there is tendencies, and these tendencies is the sustainability, circularity, and so on. They cannot go against these trends.
Yeah.
So I think that, and the profit is coming from the overproduction, we know it.
Yeah.
But if they sell higher priced, very sustainable and good quality, maybe they can do something with their whole income. So I think that it can be make such a calculation. What is better now? To produce very cheap goods, a big quantity, or to come out with the so-called luxury goods, but sustainable luxury goods, and maybe it has a better market now. So buy less, good quality, and not the cheap ones. So I think this is a consideration of also big companies.
Yeah.